Hi, you guys. Welcome and welcome back to Pisces Network. We are going to be doing a collective reading, so I hope you're all doing well. It's been a really good day. It's been a really good day. So I hope you've had a good day, or at least are prepared and anticipating a great rest of your day whenever you see this message. I just hope you guys are doing well, okay? So, in typical fashion, I do have a channel message for the collective drawn to this reading because I've just been doing some reflecting today, and one of the things that I contemplated today was what you're meant for, like as an individual. What are you meant for in terms of your life? What does it mean specifically for you? And it's like, as I've come to look at life from different perspectives, you know, like I am who I am, but I can understand when people may not know what they're here to do. Because me personally, like, I feel that too sometimes. Like, what exactly is this all for, you know? So, in typical Pisces fashion, I broke down several different possibilities and scenarios of why a person is here and what they're meant for and what it all means. You know, out of the many thoughts I have in one day. But it was funny, like that was the question of the day. Because for whatever reason, the media that I was watching, or being suggested to watch, you never know, has been focused all day on like people kind of forcing a specific lifestyle because of what they interpret their meaning in this world and this life is. And it's like people go to extreme lengths to like get other people to believe what they want them to believe, to hold up a particular persona, right? Or to hold up a belief that they feel about themselves. You know, and a lot of people, you know, this is a collective reading. It's not just for Pisces, and I'm going to read the cards. But for you guys who are watching and wait, you know, to see what I'm going to put out as far as content, like, I know you guys want to know more so that you can try to find some semblance of clarity in your life. But what I've realized over like my contemplations of the day and talking to my spirit team and my ancestors is that you can't make anyone else believe that you are a certain way because of any one particular thing or group of things that you do. Because no one is ever really going to believe anything other than what you portray and what you believe. So if you believe something about yourself, it's really kind of pointless to try to prove it to other people. Because they're going to have their own opinions. And it stems from how you portray you, how you believe and see yourself. I don't think it's wrong to want to be looked at in a certain light or a particular spectrum. But when you are lying to yourself because of wanting to look a certain way, ultimately lying to everyone else around you, it's like, have you really achieved your goal? Like, I don't know. Maybe that's some high shit or something. I don't know. But that's how I feel, because when it all boils down to it, whatever you're meant to have is going to come to you no matter what. You don't have to make anybody, like, understand you or believe what it is that you say. It doesn't matter. Like, you guys watch me, and it doesn't matter how I tell you I am or who I tell you I am. You're going to make your own conclusions and assumptions based on how I act and how I treat myself and how I treat you guys as a collective. So I thought about that, like, in terms of myself, because I was watching, like, this documentary channel about, like, pop culture and things, and it was really insightful. And there was all different topics that I watched, but one in particular was about The Office. I think the name of the channel is IQ. I can't remember, child. I think it was IQ. And it was about The Office and how Jim, the character Jim, was cast with the actor who played him. I can't remember his name. But it was only after they couldn't get the person they wanted to be Jim, because that person got cast for a different role, and no one else that read for the part or read the script fit the aesthetic that they felt like Jim should be. So it ended up going to the actor who knew he wanted to be Jim and knew he would be the best for that role. It ended up going to him anyway. And he put his foot in his mouth, which turned out to, like, solidify the role for him pretty much. So it was like, wow. After watching a bunch, because on the channel, she's got, like, a bunch of, like, in-depth analysis on everybody, like, in pop culture, from whatever genre that you could think of. And it's funny because it's, like, a lot of, you know, YouTube people or, you know, reality TV show personalities. And it's just crazy, like, because a lot of the ones that I watched, it was like people were trying to create this persona. But it was, like, built on lies, you know, to get people to see them in a certain way, or to get people to believe a certain idea about them that turned out to be actually false. And their true persona would be discovered, right? So it's like, you as a person who may feel that they deserve any given amount of recognition or admiration for what it is that they do, or just purely wanting to be successful in your own right, you as that individual has to look at situations in life when it comes to your journey and your path as not just a coincidence, but something that lines up puzzle pieces together to create the entire picture. I think we all have become, you know, a little on edge. And that's understandable, because there's a lot of things that are going on that will put a person on edge. But I think what we need to remember as a collective is that without the quote unquote humanity, which to me is defined by your level of compassion and balance, objectivity. That's human qualities of someone who can be objective about different perspectives and understand each person's point of view by assimilating yourself in their shoes, in your mind, to understand where they come from. Not necessarily changing your opinion of them, but understanding them, or actually overstanding them. I don't know. That allows humanity to progress. And as you have that type of attitude, to me, it's like your natural personality, your natural gifts, your natural nature is going to be expressed. It's going to be delivered in what it is that you do. And what is intended for you based on your higher self, your higher being, where your passions lie, or your creativity sparks, that version of you is just, it's going to be obvious. Like, because you just love what it is that you do. And you spread whatever positive message that you stand on. But you're coming from a place where you really don't have anything to prove, because your work speaks for itself. Your heart speaks for itself. And just like that man thought he wouldn't get a role, and just like he tried to be honest and thought he embarrassed himself when really it solidified his place, is the same way that you should be when it comes to what you're passionate about. Just like he did all that, you can do all that in your own right. Because the positions that are placed for you by the higher energies that want us to elevate as a people are going to place things for you. And no one else can take that place. Sometimes we prepare ourselves for what we don't see because we don't see. And what I feel we really need to do is like open up. If you can't see what's coming right in front of you, then you won't be able to understand what you're dealing with. The first step to that is understanding who you are. What do you want? It might sound like a bunch of gibberish. And I've been talking for 15 minutes. So I'm going to read the cards. But I just feel like a lot of you guys need to know, yes, Who knocked on the door? I swear somebody knocked on the door, y'all. Did y'all hear that? It was like 3 knocks. Like, do. Dang. I lost my train of thought too. But I don't know. It's like this feeling, you guys, of hiding under the covers. You know? Like, when you were a kid, and it might be things that go bump in the night like that. Like, somebody just knocked on my door. And obviously, when my kids knock on the door, they come in after I say come in. Because they know if I'm working, they can still knock. But, like, you know how when you were a kid and you used to be afraid sometimes of the dark and then want to cover up your face so you wouldn't see what was in front of you? I feel that as I've gotten older, as I've gotten more mature, let's say that, as I have gotten more experienced in the covert and overt, quote unquote, demons of life that we all face, I prefer to see what's in front of me. I prefer to have an upfront, face-to-face approach to situations. Like, if I hear something go bump, I'm about to go see what it is. Because if you want to take it, you're going to take it no matter what, right? You know, figuratively speaking. My phone is being funny. But yes, that's the reality, right? So me, as the quote-unquote alleged target, would be ignorant, in my opinion, for the most part, not to see what's about to take me down. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I might be rambling, but it's a point. The fact that I know for myself, you know, this is my own personal opinion of myself. I know that I'm frustrated with certain things in life. I know that, you know, the world is not the way I would wish it to be for my children's sake. And I know that I take that really straightforward approach to life. It may not necessarily rub all people the right way, you know, but I'm going to do what I feel is right. Not even just right. I'm going to do what I feel is just and fair. You know? Just like a lot of brave people before me, like, in their particular societal blueprint, the way that they go about making their change or speaking their truth may have been different from what I'm doing in the way that I'm, you know, setting it up. But the intention was the same. A desire for change. And I feel like me knowing that I don't have to be anything other than who I truly am in every situation, passions, emotions, logic, compassion, all of those things put together, all those elements of myself, I know that my intent is good. Because even though I may evolve over time, I'm still at heart the same spirit. That spirit flows within me no matter what I do. So I don't have to be anything other than who I am or what I am to achieve the desired goal. You can never please everybody. And I really think that for those of you who've gotten this far, this is a message that Spirit really wants you to know, because the Ten of Cups is here now, but we saw the Temperance. And before that, when I was shuffling and cleansing the cards, like, I saw the Two of Swords, and I looked at it and it was a different way that it kind of came to my mind. So it really made me think about preparing for things that you can't see. But that's actually also like a crutch or a hindrance to your overall growth, because it's like you're overcorrecting for things that may or may not exist, for things that may or may not happen. And just the way that the Two of Swords is depicted, it's like someone who's literally sitting in darkness at night in front of a flowing body of water, blindfolded. And yes, they have two swords, but how useful are their two swords? It's ridiculous. The two swords are virtually useless because the person is blindfolded. So it's like things coming at that person that they can't see, or eyes watching them that they can't see. And being on the defensive virtually for no reason, because even if you're on the defensive and you can't see what's coming, how are you really going to protect yourself? So it made me think about looking at the scary things that go bump in the night head first. Like looking at them straight in the face. Maybe even having a conversation. Because a lot of those things that we see around us are things that we deal with every single day. And it's because for whatever reason, we don't feel that our placement is solidified. We don't feel it's secure. So for those of you who are resonating with this message, Spirit wants you to understand that you don't have to do all that. You don't have to worry about all that. Because a lot of y'all who are watching this are about to be people who may be scrutinized by lots of other people. You may be watched. Either for what you do, for what you know, or a combination of all of it. And I feel inclined to tell you that that's okay. Let people see the magic of who you are. I know plenty of people clicked off of this long ass video, but I know there's a lot of people who are not. And you are the ones who Spirit wanted to hear this message, because it's vital to what you are doing at this time. Whatever you are creating at this time, whatever your quote unquote ministry is to or for, whoever it's to or for. They want you to understand that there is a place solidified for you. If you go look up the actor that played Jim, I don't know his name, but like, look at how many movies he done been in since The Office, bro. You ain't never hardly heard of that man before The Office. And he's like, you know, it was just crazy how he was talking about the chemistry, because his character's name was Jim and Pam. They were like engaged, married, whatever. But they were talking like in the way that she broke it down, like about the magic of their chemistry before anything ever started. And it was like preordained. That's how they basically described it. And it was clicking in my head, like after watching all of these documentaries about people trying to get where they want to be off of fear. Because if they didn't have fear, they wouldn't have to lie, right? About who they are. You know, everybody doesn't want all their business out there, but some people blatantly scam and lie and cheat and steal just to get where they want to be, because that's an indication of somebody who's truthfully confused. And one of the blessings that I count every day is the fact that I'm not confused about who I am, what I'm doing, and where I want to be. So I ask for help with my problems. I want to see my demons in the face so that if I do need to be on the defensive, or I do need to have some observation, then I can do that. I'm not a saint. Like, I'm not perfect. I got a lot of fucking flaws that I work on every single day. But what I do know is that I want the world to be better. And no matter how nervous I may feel about being judged or about being looked at in a particular way, I know that I have the same spirit inside of me and my place is solidified. So that's something that y'all needed to know, okay? Let me just get to the message, child, because I know I lost a lot of y'all motherfuckers, but it's okay. I am proud to be here to do it for those of you who it's for, no matter how many. Because somebody was there to do it for me. And I'm so proud, like, of how I see you guys growing. Like, y'all know who you are. I just want people to see, like, how little things can show you so much about yourself if you just take the time to look and listen and pay attention. It's hard sometimes because there's a lot of pressure on you to succeed or to be a certain way, but none of that shit matters, bro. What's the message for the collective? Guardian angels, archangels. Ooh, let me get comfortable, honey. Spirit guides and ancestors. Page of Wands. So for some of you, what I'm saying is a confirmation. For some of you guys, this is the message that you needed to hear to be confident, to continue along on your journey, to continue your exploration of life at this time with enthusiastic eyes, ears, and all the 5 senses. You might be receiving a message or you're discovering something. You're discovering something new, maybe about what you're doing. Yeah, Ace of Swords. So you're discovering some new information. Like, I don't know what this new information is about, but it gives you clarity about your life. It gives you clarity about yourself, who you are, what you need to do, where you need to be focusing, what it takes. This is clarity. Knight of Swords. So then you immediately start to act on it. You make a decision without knowing all the facts. But I feel like you have enough clarity to make a decision. You're taking an idea and you're running with it, pretty much. And I feel like the Ace of Swords is definitely clarity that's sent directly from your spirit guides, your spirit team, or some type of opportunity that comes directly from spirit, directly from God, directly from the universe. You see a lot of possibilities. You see a lot of possibilities for what it is that you want to do. Because it's like you received clarity about this new idea. And I feel like you researched it, or you found information, or information was provided to you. It seemed like you stumbled upon information that you then ran with, maybe without having all of the details. I do feel, though, that you're coming out of a place of confusion. It's like you thought you saw the truth in something, but once you actually got into it, you realized maybe a more ugly side of the situation. You may have realized some of the challenges that came with whatever this endeavor, idea, or decision was. You kind of went into something blind. I feel like the truth about something that you already had hypothesis about was confirmed. So you discovered a secret. So you're doing something by yourself, or you're staying independent. I feel like some of you guys may have been presented with an opportunity that you may have wanted to jump on or rush into. I feel like this opportunity looked appealing, possibly on the surface, but the reality of what you were being presented with was either inauthentic or not accurately portrayed. You feel at this time that it's better for you in terms of good investments to move forward independently. this could be like getting out of a contract or just deciding not to sign a contract. But it feels like a situation where there was uncertainty about whether or not something was or is working out because of how long it's taking for the desired goal to be reached. However, I feel like there's a change or a shift or some type of switch that's going to be flipped where the uncertainty will be quelled because there will be physical proof of progression, of evolution, of receiving some type of return on your investment. I feel like you got into something that you're really, passionate about, excited about, but you maybe were not prepared for all of the work that would go into this. And there's the Temperance again. See, that's what I'm saying. It's all a matter of time. It's really all a matter of time, you guys. I feel like you were pushing or fighting against time, trying to force something to be true because you really wanted it badly. And the fact that possibly how long it's taking for you to achieve the goal that you kind of have already predicted for yourself is like nails on a chalkboard. It's so frustrating. But what I really feel is that this is a preparation for you for when you receive said payoff, right? Because when you go from the Seven of Pentacles to the Empress, Nine of Pentacles, that's both technically the type of Empress energies. Like, that's both the cards. Besides the Queen of Pentacles, which we did see flip over. Or like if any of the other queens were with this combination. But like, that's a big shift. That's a big change. And I feel like when you first got this inspiration, motivation, desire, and you aspire to reach this goal, you did receive clarity about what you needed to do. You did receive the truth. You were given the truth about what it is that you were going to do. And I feel like this was the time where you saw your future. So you ran towards it, not knowing what you would have to go through along the way. It's kind of like, if you watch House of the Dragon, it's kind of like the prophecy, like Aegon's prophecy, where all of the royalty in the Targaryen line had been passed down, like all the royalty who would be crowned had been passed down, like the secret or the prophecy. And it was a secret. Everybody didn't know. But it's like the Targaryens had these dreams that were like premonitions, and they saw the prophecy, but they couldn't really decipher it. They couldn't really figure out what it meant. So they always were on edge and really like stressed, kind of like this, because it was like they were constantly forcing things because of the looming effect of this prophecy. And it's a very, like, tedious, miserable way to live, you know? And I feel like a lot of people who watch tarot are literally driving themselves in agony, like, every single day about what's going to happen, when is it going to happen? You know, just kind of like the Targaryens did about the prophecy. And it takes away a lot of trust. So I have a mixed feeling about what it is that I do sometimes. And like, I'm not trying to make it about me, but what I'm saying is like, the energy that I'm feeling from you guys is needing to see that your place is going to be solidified no matter what. Like, you're going to be provided for no matter what. Your place is being held for you. Like, literally. And it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there. You're going to get there. But you're only going to get there if you do the work. Which is not going into situations blind. Not trying to force situations. But just being who you genuinely are. Allowing people to see who you genuinely are. Being proud of yourself for what it is that you've accomplished. Not trying to create a persona that doesn't exist. Because your place is solidified. Judgment. You're definitely about to receive some type of clarity in regards to what you've been called to do, what you feel like you've been called to do. I can't tell you what that is. But you're about to receive some type of clarity, or you're about to receive like I just heard like a letter. Or a phone call. Like you've been picked. Or you've been chosen for something. This could be like spiritual, where you feel like you're seeing what you've finally been chosen to do. Or what you now know that you've been chosen to do. Yeah. And then you're going to get picked up. Like literally. Like for some of you guys, this is literal, where like you're going to get a call or a letter or an email. I feel like it's a call though, if it's literal. You could have been waiting for this call back, this offer, this contract. It's about to come. You're about to receive like confirmation that you can come and sign your contract. I don't know what this is for. But I see someone being picked up in like a car or something. Or being flown out, transported to sign this contract. Temperance again, child. And then it's like you're toasting. I don't know if this is like in the future or like something that you knew could possibly happen now. But that's what I see. And then I see you receiving some type of payment. But it's like you're being picked over a large group of people or a substantial group of other participants. Like, this is an investment. Like, you're going to be the Nine of Pentacles. But ultimately, this is an investment that is going to lead to you ultimately being the Empress, whether you're masculine or feminine. I don't care who you are. By signing this contract, but it's like whoever these people are, have a plan for you, or if this is the angels, because you have Temperance and the Judgment. I feel like this, like I said, this could be literal for some of you guys, but for most of you, I feel like it's more so metaphorical about your spiritual journey. It's like you're confused about why things haven't changed because you've been working so hard, but I feel like it's because you're being specifically like reprogrammed by your guides and your mentors and your spirit team and your experiences. It's like you're in a time where it's molding you into who you need to be to, I heard, take this role. So it could be like a literal like role that you're being cast into. I feel definitely actor, actress, you know, type of situation, but also take this role. Sometimes in corporate America, they say roles, like this is your role. Okay. So it could be a job or a position. That's just my chair, y'all. I need to get some WD-40. I had to write down the possible titles. Okay. But yeah, like what? The Wheel of Fortune and Temperance, like this shift is going to happen exactly when it's meant to happen. Whoa. Look at this imagery right there. It's literally the same thing. Like, whatever you're creating, you're bringing change behind you. Like, oh my God, the Grim Reaper is right behind you. So death is right behind you? Not literally. Like, you're bringing a change. Like, that's literally, like, to me, it looks like your protector. Because it's like you're bringing hope with whatever ideas that you are cultivating. And it's very powerful. It's very insightful. It's kind of like upper echelon. Because, like, I'm seeing the wings on his feet and on his head. It's like he could literally take flight if them bitches start flapping. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, you will be taking flight. Your ideas are taking flight, or the way that you think allows people's minds to soar. Or how you feel, the way you express your emotions, your ideas. That's what I feel like it is. It allows people's minds to soar to like unknown heights and possibilities with whatever this is that you are really emotionally connected to when it comes to your passions. And you literally have the angel of death behind you. So which it kind of tells me that, I know this might sound weird, but it kind of tells me, I'm like, it's like, to me, I feel like whoever's on this horse is this little kid right here. So it's something that stems from when you were a child. You may have observed a lot of chaos in your home. And there's the Tower. And the Five of Wands. Jesus. So I feel like, yeah, you observed a lot of chaos in your home. There was a lot of disruption. You may have been, hey, Cosmo. Hey, baby, come here. Oh, the new kitty. Hey, baby, come up here. You gonna sit right here? Come on. Come on, Cosmo. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. You gonna sit up here with mommy? Come on. Come on. There you go. Come on, baby. Come on. Get up here. Come on. You're so picky, child. Come here. Come on. Yeah. Oh, you gonna show the people your face? Or you gonna fight with me? Shh. Calm down. Oh, did the baby. He's like, no. Y'all see I got my black cat? He's like, no. Who is that? Is that Cosmo? Okay, I'm finna leave you alone, baby. I'm finna leave you alone. You came over here with the shits? You know I be with the shits. You know I be trying to pick his ass up. And he still come around. So don't be whining at me. Okay? But yeah, like I was saying, my bad. Y'all know I get distracted. So basically, listen. There was a lot of chaos probably that you experienced in your childhood. And I sensed this because to me it feels like whoever this Knight of Cups is, which I feel like is you, is literally this little child. Like the death angel. Grim Reaper. Grim right here. Okay, if you play The Sims, you know that's Grim. Grim right here picked you up after all this foolishness because your mama probably went crazy. Your daddy, I don't know what happened to your daddy. Listen, I can't tell you. But your mama probably went crazy. And then, you know, people tried to turn you on to religion and all these other things. But, you know, you just, I mean, you were just kind of chilling. You know, you was like, okay, what's going on? But everybody else was trying to kind of change your perspective. But I feel like you've reached a point where you have adopted back a perspective from a previous time, I want to say a past time, but really it was a younger time, like a time where your spirit was younger. I feel like because you have a spirit that's very connected to sparkly things, magical things, because you have a spirit that's connected to that type of energy, you attract things like this. And it's like literally Grim over here took you and morphed you together with him. And here you are with these killer ideas. You get what I'm saying? So it's like literally you allow people's mind to transform and take flight with your ideas and the way that you deliver them, because you are literally fused together with Grim Reaper. It's like he took you and picked you up and put him on the back of his horse and rode around with you and taught you about life, all the changes you've had to go through. So what am I saying? I'm saying that you need to chill out. I'm saying that Spirit is trying to tell you something. I'm saying that you already know what I'm talking about more than likely. And I'm also saying that your time is fast approaching. But what you have to do is be authentic to who you are. Fast approaching. What did I say? I was like, okay, when is we going to get from here to here? That's what I said in my mind. When are we going to get from this to this to this? You know, all this good stuff. Yeah. You know what it's based on, though? It's based on your choices, for sure. So Spirit is saying that you have a choice of which direction you want to go. What flight path you're going to take. You have a choice in that. And things are being moved out of your flight path, whichever direction you choose. But you have to get on one accord with yourself in regards to where it is that you want to end up, so that you know which flight path to choose. That's what's going to determine the amount of time that it takes. See, and you see what I'm saying? It's about choices. You got so many angels helping you along this path, along this journey, guiding you to where you don't have to force nothing. You really don't have to rush. They just want you to know where you're going so that you can make the right choices along the way to follow the breadcrumbs that they've been kind of leaving for you in order to reach the position that they have laid out. See, these choices are about to be very obvious to you. So for whatever reason, it's very pertinent right now for you as an individual, whoever you are, to take heed to this message. You might have Scorpio in your chart, Cancer. We saw the Death card and Judgment, Chariot and the Moon for Cancer, maybe Pisces, Sagittarius, Taurus, Libra, Virgo, Gemini with the Lovers. Especially Virgo, for real. Like, so that's what I feel like you need to know. Let's get some advice. Be yourself. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Y'all remember Bring It On? Y'all remember Bring It On? That just popped in my head, be aggressive. I don't know why. But I was thinking of Bring It On when the first Bring It On, like the only Bring It On that counts, okay? Okay? Wasn't it Gabrielle Union? The only one that counts, baby. You know, I used to rent that bitch from Hollywood Video. Don't even play with me. I was born in 92. You know how everybody like to brag about when they was born? 92 was like the best year ever, though, bro. I don't care what nobody's saying. I saw this nation be born. No, I'm just playing. I didn't. But yeah, I used to go to Hollywood Video because Blockbuster turned out to start being too expensive for my mama. So we used to go to Hollywood Video because they made some of those and they had more lenient, you know, late fees, and, you know, they let you keep the videos for longer. So I used to rent every time we went in there. She'd be like, what video you want? And I'd be like, Bring It On. Or it'd be some Charm shit or something. And she used to always rent Dark Shadows, so I used to watch Dark Shadows. But hell yeah. You remember how the Clovers got took? And then they showed up at the game and was showing out? See, all you got to do is show up and be yourself. That's it. That's all you got to do. You got to show up and be yourself, because the amount of people in this world and the fact that we can all like a plethora of different things. You are going to have people that relate to your mission. You're going to have people that relate to your cause. You're going to have people who see you for who you are and understand your mission and want to follow you. And sometimes I think too many cooks in the kitchen spoil the broth, but I do feel like at the same time, from a different side, on the flip of the token, on the flip side, that's what I was trying to say. Channeling, man, it'd be fucking up your mouth. But I do understand at the same time that, you know, we all have something important to say. And as long as people, you know, for lack of a better word, stay humble, okay, you know, and don't get arrogant with their message, I feel like we'll all be able to participate in a conversation. And I feel like that's good. You know, no one person should want to change another person. I'm tired of people trying to change me, telling me how I should be just based on their own opinions. And I'm tired of judging other people, so I just decided to stop. And I feel like right now, you've reached a point in your life where you're about sick and tired of some shit. Carnelian just flipped out. I feel like you've reached a point, collective, whoever's, you know, had the fortitude to be able to watch this entire video. You've come to a point in your life where you're tired of the bullshit too. And I'm just here as a conduit of God and spirit in the universe, positioned where I have been assigned for this particular time. Orange is an important color for you. I'm just sitting where I've been positioned until my role or job assignment changes. And I'm thankful for that. So I want you to understand how to fulfill your duties in your current role spiritually, you know, so that you can reach this level of advancement that you have already prophesied for yourself. Okay? And this is what I feel like Spirit wants you to know at this time, what you need to know at this time. Now, your advice, okay? First of all, this is about getting clear. Your advice is focusing around the subject of having clear vision. Seeing clearly what it is that you want. Having light and illumination in regards to your goals and your dreams. Knowing, like I said, based off your choices, where you are going. And making choices that align with that vision. That is what this advice is about. You're about to come into a time where you're going to have to be very calm. Blue lace agate. Find your calm. And that's why you need to be clear quartz. Get crystal clear about where it is that you're going. Because you're going to have to use composure. You're going to have to compose yourself. You are going to be brought into a time where there's a need for a lot of observation of your surroundings, of your counterparts, of your situation and the experience as a whole. You have to be present in the moment in order for this new environment to agree with you. In order for you to thrive in this new environment, this is how you're going to have to be. You're going to have to be able to find your happy place, your calm place, because there will be challenges. But they're not challenges that you cannot face. Your advice in order to do this, number 1, carnelian, which says feed your creativity. So that means do what you love, do what you've been called to do, and do it well. Next is aragonite. Okay, so we can see. Aragonite says release your emotional baggage. So when you're being creative, there's no place to hold on to things, you know, in your life, because it's going to create situations where you make decisions from an outdated state of mind, okay? 8 of Swords. A state of mind that is no longer beneficial to your overall growth, well-being, and advancement. So you're going to have to release the situations that have made you and molded you and taught you how to be who you are. You're going to have to release those details. Take the lesson with you and keep moving. How you do that is to pour those experiences into your creativity or into your creative endeavor, whatever that may be, so that you can finally release it and it won't affect you once you start receiving this abundance. Because if you don't release it now, in this time that you are being instructed, then it will overshadow said abundance and foreshadow your downfall. Chrysoprase or Chrysoprase says, allow yourself to receive. So once you've taken these steps to kind of wash out your system spiritually, to cleanse it, once you take these steps, let everything just flow. Let your creativity flow. Let your heart flow. Let your experiences just flow and be present in the moment. That's what they're telling you. That's what they're telling you to do in order to get clear about where it is that you're going and the direction that you want to move, so that you can make the best choices. And the best choices are going to be things that include observing your surroundings and not reacting, being calm in situations where you may not have been calm in the past. Okay? Understanding perspectives that you may not have understood in the past. And making choices that overall benefit the transformation not only of yourself, but also the transformation that you're bringing to elevate others to a higher level of understanding. So let's get an angel number. This reading has been interesting. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like the video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe. Check the description box for anything you need to know. I do personal readings, but you must book it through my website. I'm not going to approach you for a personal reading. And you can follow me on Instagram for affirmations. What is the angel number for the collective? Ooh, 777. And it says, I am in the flow. Like I said, your purpose flows from within you, and everything that is unfolding or being revealed to you is part of your purpose. A state of peace and calmness in your soul. Find your calm. That's how you remain calm. That's how you don't trip. You don't trip about anything that people are doing, because what the real premise of this was that you don't have to be anything different than who you are to get where it is that you need to be, because your place has already been solidified. You can't make anybody understand you. I've been in a lot of situations lately where I've had to just say what I need to say. But also in saying what I need to say, I have to realize that if I'm going to do that, it can only be for me. And it's not selfish, because I'm saying that's what you need to be doing for you. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much you talk somebody down or walk somebody down or whatever you want to call it. If they don't want to understand you, they're not. And it's fine. Because there's going to be another person or another group of people that is going to understand that person, and they will understand them. So it's like, you don't have to prove yourself to anybody. If you have something you want to say it because you believe in it, and that's what you want to say, because you feel called from a deeper place. But don't try to change yourself into anything that you're not, because being something that you're not is literally going to hide the path that has been laid out for you. Being something that you're not, or creating a fake persona, is literally going to keep these opportunities that have been created just for you uniquely It's going to keep you from being able to see those opportunities, because those opportunities won't see you. Because you're disguising yourself behind a mask that is scarcely opposite, like severely opposite, I mean, of what you really are. So I said what I said. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here as always. If you're so inclined, be sure to subscribe. Turn post notifications to all. Check out your zodiac sign reading. And I want you guys to know that I support you in all of your endeavors. I hope that you guys are doing well. And leave me some comments. Let me know about how you feel regarding this reading, if it resonated, what your opinions are of the world right now and how people present themselves. Let's talk about it. So let me know what you think in the comments, because I do read the comments and I want to see what you guys think. And most of all, thank you for being here. Remember, this is your circle, boo. Bye.